Now that you understand the importance of 526, the building block to your success, let's get the first check in your bank account. Obviously, what you need to have this happen is customers. You can become your first customer, and if you're able to, which we hope that you will be, an Ambit customer. And then you're going to make one phone call for one additional customer. You can call a family member or a very good friend or a neighbor and simply say, and I will use the name Bob as a hypothetical. Hi Bob, this is Alan. I've recently partnered with a company that's expanding into our area, and I'd like for you to do me a favor. Bob, if absolutely nothing changed for you other than the fact that you're probably going to save some of your hard-earned money, would you become a customer of mine? And just wait for Bob's answer. Now, Bob may have questions. It might deal from anything of what's the name, or how are you licensed, or that's the most important utility that I use, or what happens if I lose power, or what about my invoices? Where are they coming from? We recommend very highly that you defer those questions back to your sponsor. Simply say, Bob, those are great questions, and as I just shared with you, I've recently joined, so I've got to get your answers for you. Hold on just one moment. Bring your sponsor onto that call and allow Bob to let the expert answer his questions. Now, once you've done this, get a few pieces of information from Bob, put him in the system. Bob will take one verification call, and then you've made your first $100 on the way to your goals. In the process of creating or starting your business, you've made a written list. You've gathered 2 customers, you being one of those. You've made your first $100. Now it's time to start sharing this opportunity. I sincerely believe this is one of the most incredible opportunities that we can share with anyone. We're going to keep it simple. One of the things that we decided when making this video was to make sure and give you the mistakes that we all made early on in building our business. Now, we want to keep you away from those. Some people refer to it as saying too much or becoming a con artist. We don't want you to convince anyone into joining Ambit Energy. We're looking for like-minded people that are after an opportunity to supplement an income or pay off a debt, as we talked about earlier in beginning your business. Now, we want to keep it simple. You never want to have time to discuss Ambit Energy. Now, I do want to say this. Don't sit down at your computer and send out a mass group of emails. You're not going to build a business. You're not going to be successful. You want to solicit business partnerships eye to eye and knee to knee. Take a few minutes on your drive home and stop by your people's on your list, their home. Ask for 30 minutes of their day. It's called a DMO, a daily method of operation. And what it allows you to do is create duplication. That's the reason we came up with this video series. We want you to be able to take the Fast Break Jumpstart training, and as soon as you get new business partners, parlay this video series into their success. But in getting those business partners, you want to keep it simple. And like you did when you called to ask a customer favor, you're going to do the identical thing with a business partner favor. And what I mean by that, and I'll use my friend Bob again, you're going to pick up the phone, or you're going to run into Bob at the grocery store and wherever it may be, and here's a couple of examples. Hello, Bob. This is Alan. How are you? How's the family? Small talk for a few moments, and then tell Bob that you don't have a lot of time, but that you have a favor. Bob, I've got a favor to ask of you. I'm very rushed right now, but you came into my mind very quickly upon me joining business partnership with a company. And I'd like for you to do me a favor. Bob, I'd like for you to take a look at what I'm a part of and tell me what you think. Are you near a computer right now, Bob? No matter what the situation is, you want Bob to take a look as soon as possible. If Bob's not near a computer, ask him if he will do it that evening or that afternoon, or if it's early morning, that morning for that matter. With your invitation, you want to compliment the person. For instance, it would be something along the lines of, Bob, this is Alan. How are you? How's the family? Hey, Bob, I know you're busy. I only have a moment myself, but I've got a favor to ask of you. Bob, I've recently partnered with a company expanding into your area, and I'd like for you to take a look at what I'm a part of and tell me what you think. Bob, you've always been highly successful, and I've always thought a lot of you and your family. And I know you think a lot of me and my family, but since you've got more business background and a better head on your shoulders than me for this type of business, I'd like for you to give me some recommendations. Would you do me a favor and take a look? Now, after Bob says yes, ask him if he's near a computer, because you want him to take a look right then. If he's not, ask Bob if you can stop by his home that afternoon for just 30 minutes so that he can look at what you're a part of with you. No matter how you go about the invitation, be concise, be brief, and be passionate. As you go through your written list, you're going to know your friends better than I do. Some of them would be better off you going to them and sitting down eye to eye, knee to knee with. But no matter what you do as a new consultant, before you make this call your sponsor. Get with your sponsor for a memory course, if you will. And if you're going to go by their home and see them face to face, I highly recommend 10 minutes out of arriving at your friend's or family member's home, calling your sponsor, again, for a refresher course, but also you want to have what we call validation prepared, and I'll get into that momentarily. One more reminder, your invitation to a business partner, it's concise, it's brief. I believe it's got to be with passion, because you're in this business now and you have a reason why. If it's your children, how more passionate can you be about something? But no matter what we do, we're brief, and we never have time to stay on the phone and explain Ambit, or do we have time to stand in line at the grocery store and talk about Ambit?